All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Top Line. It's your boy Chris, and well, in case you ain't heard, Anthony Davis is out come Sunday. Is it time to have that uncomfortable conversation, man? I just gotta know. I just gotta know. Is it time to have this uncomfortable conversation? Because Anthony Davis got some uncanny ability, man. Anthony Davis can be one of the best players in this league, man. But the best ability is availability. Point blank, period, man. Now, this game on Sunday is going to be crucial because I want to watch to see how the Lakers handle. How are they able to play like they played against Denver? Are they able to continue that come Sunday? Because that might be your future. Anthony Davis sprinkling me in for some games, but when is it not injury after injury? And I'm not, and again, man, I don't want to make this as though I'm taking shots at AD, man. Sometimes you just call a damn ace a ace and a spade, all right? Every time you like, okay, whoa, this it. This might be it right here. Then the guy can ball. When Anthony Davis, he's their best player when he's on the floor. Just what it is, man. But do it matter if you're not going to have him long enough to be your best player, right? Because if Anthony Davis gives you 30, 40 good games, right, and he's just on fire, right? He's just on fire. Well, you still got 42 more that you don't have him. When you look at a guy like Anthony Davis, I root for him for several reasons. For one, I'm gonna be honest, I was early on Anthony Davis. Back in his New Orleans, I was early on him. I was like, yo, this guy, man, in about 2-3 years, yo, he is gonna be the face of the NBA. I wasn't thinking about Giannis. I said, Anthony Davis is gonna be the face of the NBA. Watch what I say. We still watching. We still watching what I said because it ain't happened. Not because he can't, but the simple fact is the guy just can't stay healthy. And I know sometimes you're like, but it was just the way this foot turned this time, or the way he shot this time, or the way he fell this time, or it's always one of those things, man. The Lakers are in a tricky position because, this is a tricky one because do you say, hey, man, Anthony Davis put on a show. He raised his stock high as hell. Might want to go ahead and cut sling load and get ready to build. But then at that point, you're pretty much saying we're not winning. But on the other hand, you're not winning anyway without him because, I mean, if you're depending on, I'm strictly talking about Anthony Davis. You're not winning if you're depending on him anyway. Because he's not a dependable person. It's a tough one. But man, when it comes to Anthony Davis, it really is disheartening because I said this previously and I'll say this again, man. Anthony Davis, over a stretch of about a week and a half, maybe more, was the best player in the NBA. That's right. Best player. And I stand on that. Over about a week and a half, I think it was. Maybe a little longer. He was the best player in the NBA. You couldn't stop him. He was rolling out the bed, dropping 35 on your head. Then, you ask Giannis. I think he put 30-something on him, if not 40. On Giannis, no. Efficient. Getting to his spots, knocking them down, playing good defense, handling business, going at Giannis, doing those things that we want to see him do, and then it back to doing what he do. That's it on the bench in street clothes. It's so disheartening. For one, I don't want to, again, I don't want to take, this is not, and I just keep saying this in this video, this is not a shot at Anthony Davis because you can't help injuries, but you also can't help what just keep happening. I don't know the solution. Because everyone's like, well, if he pack on a little bit more weight, who knows how he's going to handle that? If he change out his workout, change out his off-season regimen. How we know how that's going to fit? And then the question is, if he start changing all this stuff, is he still Anthony Davis? It's just always one of those injuries. And it's messed up because the Lakers are in such a critical position right now. They're in such a critical position that you just don't want... I mean, every loss hurts. Like, every loss is like digging that hole deeper, digging that hole deeper, digging that hole deeper. When you do that, and now you're kind of depending on a guy who can't play, but, you know, you're hoping he's there. Anthony Davis, I'm such a fan. I hope he can find a way to get healthy and stay healthy. But at this point, the Lakers find themselves in a position, man, because they got to go. Are we trading him? I know that sounds a little bit crazy to some people, but if he's never available, but then when he is available, he could ball out. But when he's not available, because with him not being available, you kind of take that out of players' head. You know, it's like, all right, and this may be a good example, maybe a bad example, but it's like being a little kid on the playground talking smack because you know your big brother coming. You're like, big bro coming. But you be talking smack and look back and big bro ain't there. It's like, I got myself into something. Come on, guys, let's talk about it. You know, violence never hurt nobody. Let's let us pray. But anyway, man, I'm interested because this situation is getting finicky with Anthony Davis. Again, man, I know he's out tomorrow. I know he's out tomorrow. Don't know how long he's out, but these injuries are mounting up with him, and it's just it's year after year, man. You know, everybody talk about the bubble, but he was hurting in the bubble too. You know, he found a way to and don't get me wrong, the 3+ month layoff helped him. You know, it helped him come playoff time, and then, you know, in the bubble, he was able to do his thing and still the best version of AD, but the bubble helped. The Lakers going to have to eventually make a decision with this. I understand this organization is built on stars. I understand that Anthony Davis is a star, a superstar, but damn, man, like, how far can you go with a guy that you just don't know is going to be there, man? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know. What should the Lakers do down in the comment? Because he probably done raise his stock about as high as he can get it back. What do they do with him, man? What do they do with him? So I don't know, man. Let me know down in the comment what you guys think. But make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, man. You guys be great.